Hello, this is Gautami. I would like to discuss regarding an issue which few of our customers are facing and the possible workarounds for the same. The issue is edit process properties are hung and not loading for a process in the atom management page. You might have a few processes that relies on the value of the process last run date or last successful run date and need to initialize the values when first deploying the process to a new atom or new environment. So this is where you are facing this issue, and this normally happens when developers try to save a process property initiated without assigning a value or a value with incorrect date format. So this is because when the issue is because when one of the properties in the property file for that particular process has a missing value or is corrupt, causes the parser to try to parse an empty or corrupt string indefinitely. So we have also already tracked this issue and working to resolve this by better handling cases of missing or corrupt values. So now we will go through the possible workarounds that are available for this issue and how we can overcome this. So the first workaround is the process level workaround. It is a normal a test mode testing process. So if the test mode is allowed to be run on the atom that is experiencing the issue, you can run this process in the test mode. Since they use the same properties file, it should now populate those states. If test mode is not available, then uh, something like your prod clouds or some other processes where you cannot test your process in test mode, then you need to deploy the process by making few changes like adding a no data shape as the start shape and deploy the version to the same environment where you're experiencing this issue and then run it. So this also resolves your issue. Ensure everything is reverted to the way it was, so that it will not cause any other errors. And now you should be able to access the properties screen and change the properties before running the process for the first time with actual data. Now, the second workaround. So the second possible workaround for this issue is manipulating the properties file from the file system. You need to go to your automation or server for this resolution. So go to your atom installation execution folder, and in that directory you can find a file with process id dot properties or component id dot properties. So whenever you add or whenever you update or change some of your uh, process properties in the atom management page, a file will be created with your process id dot properties extension, or it can also be a component id which are same. So you can open this file and you can update the values, manipulate the values as shown in the screen. So you will be giving the date format in milliseconds. uh, it can be current date, or if there is any specific date that you wanted to give can also be given. So you will be saving this file, and when this data will get updated, and now you will be able to view your properties in the UI. Please note that this definitely requires server access, and for public runtime, it is not easy to fix. So uh, you need ops who can open or view or manipulate this file. We'll just try to replicate this issue in our Boomi platform and work with this possible workarounds and see how it resolves our issue. Let me go to the Boomi platform. So this is a simple process that I have developed just to a start or no data start shape and then a stop shape. I have deployed this to my local runtime. You could see it here, the process that have been deployed, and now I'm trying to add the properties that we are talking about. So the two properties would be the last run and last successful run. Last run and last successful run. I can give some values, something like 0, and can save it. Else, if I have any specific values in milliseconds, so that can also be given. But as so as to replicate this issue, I'll just save it as it is without giving any values for these properties. So my properties have been saved now. So I've realized that I've been given any values to this. So I'm trying to edit my process property to make the necessary changes. And you could see it is spinning and I'm not able to edit the properties, or it is not showing that dialog at all. Yes. So this is what the issue we were talking about, and this is how it looks like. So we'll try with the first workaround, testing the process in the test mode now. So this is my process. I'll select the same atom where I'm facing this issue, and I'm running this process in the test mode. I'll make sure this page is refreshed so that it will not cause any issue. Yes, the testing is completed. So I have refreshed the page earlier. So I'll just try to view my process properties and edit. Yes, so you could see these values earlier I've given null and they've been updated with the uh, the last run and last successful run date, uh, which was seen. This is the day, this is the particular time when we have executed the process in the test mode. So now what I'll do is that I'll also try to replicate the issue again, and we'll try the second workaround, manipulating the properties file in the runtime. So as to replicate the issue again, what I'll do is that I'll just delete my properties file from my local runtimes execution folder, and this is the properties file that I was talking about. It is saved with the component id dot properties extension, or process id dot properties. You can also get your process id. So if it would get saved, and you could see this is the same. So this is the same I was referring to. I'll just delete this file. So it what it does is that I've deleted the file, so it will allow me to add the properties again. All the properties or all the data related to that file will get deleted, so there will be nothing available here now for us. So we are going to add everything everything freshly again. See, nothing is there, so I'm adding the properties again, both the properties. Yes. So I'll again save it with blank, and let's give an incorrect date format as well. As I mentioned, it should be given something with milliseconds, but I've given it to another date format, which is not expected. So I'll give the same to this as well. My properties have been selected. So I just wanted to change the properties again. So I'm trying to reopen the file, reopen the properties again. But you could see it's spinning again, and it is not making me to edit my properties. So we have successfully replicated the issue again. So we will perform the second workaround where we will be manipulating the properties file. I'll just close this dialog. I'll go to my local atom execution folder, and my properties file, process ID dot properties file. You could say these are the values that we have given, and this is not the expected, and we should give something in milliseconds. So what I'll do now is that I'll pick a value which I've saved earlier for my reference. So I'll give this value. So I've changed both the property values now. Save the file. I'll go to UI again, refresh the page. So I'll see if I'm able to edit my properties. Yes, it has been successfully edited, and I can view the properties. So this have resolved our issue. So these are the possible two workarounds which can resolve our issue and help us to overcome the issue as well. So thank you.